Well, guys, all we have is a showdown slate on Thursday. Not the most appealing game either. We got Dallas and Detroit, but yeah, it's the only NBA game on, so figured I'd make a video. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome. My name is DK. I make content for NFL, NBA, DFS, as well as Prize Picks. Prize Picks, they're the sponsor of the video. You can use the code DKDFS for a 100% match up to $100. If you're not familiar, again, it's a player prop site. They have a lot of different sports. You can mix and match sports. You can pick 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 6 player props, win up to 25x your money. So if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below. And again, make sure to use that code DKDFS. That is a free $100 to play with on the site. And if you guys are looking for premium content, you can check my Patreon. I have a lot of different packages. All the packages have like the information that's included in each. If you guys have any questions, again, you can always let me know. But all right, let's talk about, or I guess before we get into the showdown, let's quickly recap my lineup here from tonight. So it's going on right now. Decent start, but 3 guys in the late game, so we'll see. Most likely that late game will turn into a random blowout. But yeah, the guys in the early game I played, I actually didn't. So Anthony Edwards had 29 steals and blocks. I didn't originally have him in my lineup, and then moved a couple things around once we got McDaniels ruled out news. I wanted to get Jalen Noel in there. So I ended up unfortunately, I took out Jalen Williams for the Thunder. Yeah, so Giddey, Noel, Ant-Man absolutely smashed. But again, got lucky with the steals and blocks. I was losing it. I was like, I didn't think I had him at first. And I was like, I tilt tweeted him. I was like, oh wait, I actually forgot I pivoted to get him in. But either way, again, you can't go for 5 steals and 3 blocks. Like, come on, man. Come on. Zach Collins got in some foul trouble, which I talked about. I was like, that's my concern with Zach Collins. He was still fine. Keldon Johnson continues to shoot lights out. Shot 5 of 21 again today. And then I have 3 guys in the late game. I got Winslow, Simons, Nurkic. Simons, Nurkic, really, really low owned in a great matchup. So we'll see what happens there. We'll see how it finishes. But yeah, that is the recap, guys. So let's just get in this video. Also, I want to mention, so I'll be out tomorrow morning. That's why I'm making this video early. I'm going to be flying out to Mexico. Be there until Monday, I think. So you might not get videos. I think maybe I'll upload a YouTube video. Not every day, but yeah, for the next few days, again, don't expect normal content. Patreon, though, normal content as always. I'll still have everything. But yeah, YouTube videos might not be uploading every day. Might upload one or two while I'm in Mexico, but just wanted to put that out there. All right, so talking about the Vegas odds for this game, let's refresh Bovada and see where we're at. And we got 222 over under. The Mavs are 7.5 point favorites. All right. So starting off on the Dallas side, and the only piece of news we got to keep an eye on to see is Kemba Walker going to be available, right? He was unavailable for Tuesday. He practiced Wednesday. We'll see. They signed him Monday. He could see rotation minutes if he's available. So last game, the rotation starters, Luka played 39 minutes. Dinwiddie only played 23. Powell played 18. Hardaway Jr. started, played 31. Dorian Finney-Smith only played 29 minutes. Off the bench, you saw 25 minutes for Kleba. A couple minutes for Bertans. He played 7. 14 for Reggie Bullock. 26 for Christian Wood. 27 for Josh Green. So, like, if Kemba plays, I would expect him to take minutes from Green. Probably Green would be the guy that takes the biggest hit, I would say, if Kemba ends up playing. So, looking at the price points, I mean, yeah, Luka Doncic, he's extremely expensive, but like, you're a bold man if you fade Luka Doncic in a showdown slate. I'm just going to say that. So I don't think any way to spend a ton of time here. He looks great. He's going to be like 99% owned. I think the only way he really fails here is injury or massive foul trouble, which I'm not going to try to predict that. So yeah, Luka looks amazing. Christian Wood's 8K, so like his minutes, not great. But he is a good point per minute guy. Last game was really bad, 2 of 12 shooting. Don't put too much emphasis into it. This is a good matchup here against the Pistons. So, like, Wood, I like his ceiling, right? And 2 games ago against Milwaukee, he started the second half. So, like, if you get a situation like that, then Christian Wood could really break the slate. So he's one of those guys where, like, good point per minute. Minutes can fluctuate at time, but if he finds his way into more minutes, he could really, really have a good game. Dinwiddie 7-4 again. He only played 23 minutes. That was a bit disappointing. Usually he's going to play around 30 minutes, which I think makes him a fair play. Maybe because the last game he struggled and he only saw 23 minutes that you might see less ownership on this showdown. But I still think he's like a fine option. Hardaway feels a bit pricey. Of course, I recommend him as a decent play here against Milwaukee. 21 minutes, 2 of 8 shooting. The next night, 31 minutes, 8 of 16 shooting, and an absolute smash. But that's the thing with Tim Hardaway Jr. is if he's knocking down his shots, he can do this. But if he's missing his shots, he will kill you. So at this price, right, it's a little bit much. Like if he comes out and struggles, he could kill you at 6.2. But if he has a decent shooting game like last game, he can get you there. Dorian Finney-Smith, I was a bit tilted about this. I played him a low ownership last slate. Randomly only plays 29 minutes, but before that, he's been averaging like mid-30. So I got extremely unlucky there with random only 29 minutes for Dorian Finney-Smith. But we know what we're getting out of Dorian Finney-Smith, right? He's more out there for defense, 3-and-D guy, can fall into some rebounds. If he nails a couple corner threes, he can get you there. Not really a guy that has a ceiling, but probably won't kill you. So if you're looking at like these two in the mid-range with Hardaway and Finney-Smith, Hardaway is clearly the ceiling play, where Finney-Smith is more of the safe play, right? Maxi Kleber's 3.6. I mean, I expect him to play low to mid-20s minutes, 29, 24, 25 minutes over the last 3 games. Another, kind of stretch big, really going to get points from like threes or block shots. So Kleber, fine salary relief play. Josh Green did see a minutes increase last game, played 27 minutes. Again, if Kemba's available, though, I would be a bit worried about his minutes. Usually he's probably going to play, 15 to 20 minutes, but if he finds his way into more minutes, he could be a decent value at that price point. I have a tough time prioritizing Reggie Bullock. He got booted from the starting lineup, only played 14 minutes. He's really, again, just out there to shoot, and he has not been making his shots. So Bullock at 2.8, nothing more than a contrarian play. And then Dwight Powell's going to start and probably play, I don't know, on average, like 15 minutes. If you look at the last 5 games, 20, 11, 14, 8, and 18 minutes. This game really only put 8 minutes. Again, Christian Wood started the second half. So yes, he's playable, but don't expect a ton from him. And then, Kemba Walker, if he plays and is not, like, there's no limit, you can take a shot on him. I have no idea what to expect. If he misses, I think kind of solidifies the minutes for the value that we talked about. And then JaVale McGee, like, he's been out of the rotation. So unless we hear otherwise, or he didn't play last game, then it's tough for me to play him. He could find his way into a couple minutes, I guess, but that's really it. So let's move on to Detroit. No Cade Cunningham, and Ivy is questionable. So taking a look at the minutes last game for the Pistons, I'll bring it up here. Give me one sec. Last game, they got blown out, but the starters did play like a majority of that fourth quarter. They got pulled like a couple minutes to go. You saw everyone play. Starting lineup was Killian Hayes, Stewart, Bogdanovich, Livers, and Marvin Bagley. So like Ivy, if he's out, I think Killian Hayes would probably be my favorite option on the Pistons. Only saw 26 minutes. I would think if Ivy's out, he's probably pushing for 30 plus if the game stays competitive. He's been playing well of late. He's not super efficient, but not a bad point per minute guy when he is the point guard. As far as the rest of the Pistons go, if Ivy's out, Bogdanovich at 7-8. I mean, you would think in a competitive game he's going to play around 30 minutes. He's kind of scoring dependent, but he's playable, I guess. Bagley, again, he started alongside Isaiah Stewart. Played 23 minutes, was solid. The issue is I don't like him as much when he plays the 4. So like the price point, don't love it. Stewart, again, played 26 minutes. They both feel a little bit pricey. Sadiq Bey, or did Sadiq Bey, hold on. Oh, he came off the bench. Okay, I was like, forget. But he played 18 minutes only. If he continues to come off the bench, that's definitely a bit pricey for him. So, like, not a lot I love for the Pistons if we're looking at just, salaries. So as far as those main guys go, again, I think Killian Hayes would probably be my favorite. And then if Jaden Ivey plays, that knocks down Killian Hayes, makes everyone else a bit riskier. The Pistons definitely don't look great in the slate. They're running a pretty deep rotation, spreading out the minutes off the bench. So you saw Knox play 17 minutes, Sadiq Bey played 18, Duren played 27 minutes, Corey Joseph played 22, Alec Burks played 15, Diallo 15, Magruder 8. So, not great. Like, only 15 minutes for Alec Burks. I don't love the price point on him. Jalen Duren at 4.2. So, he's not a bad point per minute guy. I think he's like a solid value for the Pistons. He's probably going to play on average around 20 minutes. So, I do kind of like him. Kevin Knox, and I guess he's like a fine dart throw. Liver started, but didn't do much in those minutes, played 22 minutes. Again, he's a low usage guy. Yalo, 15 minutes, just a dart throw. Corey Joseph, surprisingly played a good amount more, 22 minutes. Like, he's playable. I think Corey Joseph would probably be one of my favorite punt plays, I guess, for the Pistons. He's going to continue to see around 20 minutes. But if Ivy comes back, like, who knows what that's going to do to Corey Joseph's minutes. Magruder basically just saw garbage time, and Noel missed that last game. So that's the Pistons. Like, they don't look great on this slate. But I will say, again, if the game stays competitive, if Ivy plays, you're probably getting, low 30s minutes, I would say, from Ivy, Hayes, Bogdanovich. And then probably like 25-ish minutes, 25 to 30 from like Bagley and Stewart. I would think Sadiq Bey plays more than 18 minutes off the bench last game. And then Duran probably sees, close to 20 minutes off the bench. The rest, not really confident in anyone's minutes. So, yeah, that is the Detroit Pistons. And again, if Ivy starts, I would assume Livers moves to the bench. Moves to the bench. So I would think the starting lineup would be Ivy, Hayes, Bogdanovich, Bagley, Stewart. But yeah, guys, that's going to wrap it up for the Showdown. So if you have been enjoying the YouTube content, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. I really do appreciate your support as always, and I'll see you guys in the next video.